When we think of ourselves as burned out, it just usually means I've been experiencing undue stress for an extended time. Or I've been feeling pressure to have to achieve or accomplish or do this or that or the other. And then I feel burned out from all that stress or pressure because as I pressure myself, it just fires up more cortisol and adrenaline, which is what the caveman needed to use to run to a cave to save himself from a tiger. And now we have the media mostly presenting negative things to us. And that creates cortisol and adrenaline. And we get addicted to that. That's why we watch the news invariably. To get stirred up the cortisol and adrenaline. It takes away our peace. And it takes away us from the creative part of our brains about dealing with it differently. And so one thing we can do instead of worrying and joining in the negativity that's being presented through the media all the time, if I could just remind myself, I could see this differently. I could see this very differently. If I'm seeing somebody really stressed out and they're portraying that and some accidents happen, instead of letting myself get disturbed by it, what's another way I could see it? Instead of causing me to worry, I could say I could see this differently. And one way I could see it differently, I say, well, maybe they were just stressed out and they were pushing themselves too strongly. Or maybe they felt like I'm not going to be loved anymore, and so they got stressed out about that. But that's from their own thoughts and their own beliefs that's created distress. And most humans don't see that. We tend to blame somebody else. We tend to blame an employee or the employer. We tend to blame our partners. We tend to blame our kids. Or we tend to blame our parents. No, we can just really boil it down to a simple thing. Either I can see that person as being loved now, or I can see that person as desperately appealing for it. And out of that side, I could just send them healing love in my mind. That helps me feel better immediately in every cell of my body. And also, we now know in quantum physics there's no such thing as a private thought. Every thought is affecting everything around us. It makes plants thrive or die. It makes a strain of the DNA in a petri dish relax or tighten up. It makes water molecules show different signs and shapes and colors. And so on and on we know that thoughts are affecting everything and everybody around us. So how can I bring more peace to myself and to others? It's by choosing to think thoughts that support that inside me. And take actions that would support me returning more to peace, instead of falling into fear and anxiety and pressure and pushing myself more and more strongly, which doesn't really help anyone. In fact, it would destroy my creativity and my intelligence to a large degree. So I just need to see the world differently and see what's happening differently in order to give myself and my whole being more peace.